Okay, on to our inner arch repair. So what I've done so far, I've cut out the inner arch section, I don't know if you can see it there, and I've just ground it all back to bare metal. There's already a couple of little repairs I've done there. Get in here and see what I've did. Yeah, there's quite a lot of metal cut out there. Okay, so that's the this is the pattern repair I've got. I'm not overly impressed with it, to be honest with you. Not that great. I've had to do a lot of cutting about with it. So I've done it as best as I can. So that obviously is going to go in there. Bit hard to get one-handed. So that's it in place there. You can see it. I'm still gonna, once it's all welded in, I'm still gonna have to make some more patch repairs there. Obviously, cut a square piece out there and weld it straight in. And also there's a bit of a lip there, so I'm gonna have to mark. Once all ready, I'm gonna mark it all off and trim it all back so it's level with the outer arch. So I'm just going to spray, I'm going to clean it up and spray it some zinc primer, weld through primer. So I'm using this stuff, U-Pole, weld through zinc rinse primer. So I'll get it all cleaned up, sprayed up, ready for this primer, and hopefully I'll get this inner arch sort of fixed in prior to welding, and we'll come back to that. So I've got the welding mostly done. Taken the screws out and I've plug welded the holes that I drilled around there, and also inside, I don't know if you can see it, I've attempted to seam weld the inner arch lip on this side as well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to grind back all these plug welds that I've made with the MIG. Anything with holes in it, I'm just going to go back over and feel. I can see there's already going to be some holes there. So I'm going to grind them down and we'll see how it looks, and then we'll come back to that. Okay, I've got the inner wheel arch now fixed in, ready for the next stage, which will be the welding. So all I did, I drilled some 4mm holes on this outer arch first of all. Then I got these self-tapping screws and I've roughly put them about an inch apart, so it all grip tight in there. You can see there. So that's pretty well fixed in there. I use these screws. These are pretty good, if you can see those. If you can see those. They've actually got self-drilling heads on these, which are really good, so you don't have to work drilling about a pilot hole straight through. So once you've drilled your outside skin, these will pretty much do the job for the next stage. And they're reusable, which is quite good. They've got big heads on them, which is quite good. So I was going to try and put some screws on the inside to keep it nice and tight, but it's actually sitting quite tight against that inner arch there. So I am not going to bother trying to put any screws on now. I'm just going to weld along the edge, I think, and I might just use a couple of grips just to keep it tight. I've already sprayed it and it's dried with zinc rich weld through primer. So next stage will be get welding, and I think I'll weld all this in position, and then I'll just make up some other plates for these bits here, and then hopefully that'll be it. And the next stage will probably be just give it all a good wire brushing in there, get all that surface rust off, and start giving it a few coats of something just to keep it all at bay. See you after the welding. Well, I've ground all the welds down, you can see now. I don't know if you can see that very well. So I'm back down to shiny metal there, fairly flat. Quite happy with that for the time being. So all I'm going to do now at this stage is just give it a coat of red oxide. Just going to seal it for now. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave these sections in here that are missing. I'm going to leave those bits because I think what I'm going to do now, you sometimes have to work backwards and forwards to you have to work backwards and forwards sometimes just to get things finished. So I think what I'm going to do now is move on now. Next stage. I think I'm going to start on this rear floor panel now. Get all that fixed. There's quite a bit of work to do there. So that'll be the next stage then. So I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to finish that red oxide, that arch. And I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to double back in here now and start working on this. I've got a pattern floor pan section there. So I'll use that. And then I've got the great task then of working out the fixture for this trailing arm support then, which has actually got no floor. So once the floor goes in, I can get the reinforcement out that I've got, reinforcement plates, and then I've got to try and mirror it all back up again then, and then weld it all in, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, see you on the next one.